Judging by that picture, you would know that I'm in control this week. Hey, everybody, welcome to Wednesday Night Live. So we're kind of in a weird place right this second. Normally, like we never miss a live. Period. I don't think we've missed a live since we started live. But there's been a lot of circumstances this week. I've had a couple passings in the family. Which has kind of kept me a little bit more preoccupied than I'd like to be generally right before recording. As well as Alex is on a much needed vacation. Dude works his butt off every single day of every single minute of every single year of every single month. So there's that too. David is in a much deserved break, not for a long period of time, but just for like an episode, maybe even two. But David's just been an amazing trooper, always filling in the gap, always doing exactly what he can to try to help out. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to stay here and kind of talk to you for a couple minutes. Alex really wants to do a live. Alex wants to entertain you guys. That's Alex. Mr. Whiteley is just, a profound professional. So if he can jump back on and he wants to try to attempt this, cool. We're going to try it. If, oh, thank you very much, Mr. Reinberger. Look at that. I can even see the comments today. Thank you. It's, you know what, man, loss is one of those things that they kind of, when you're becoming an adult, they don't tell you a lot of things. They tell you that, things get harder as you get older. And you're like, all right, I can accept the fact that things get harder. But they generally don't remind you that the people that are around you are finite, right? Like they're never there forever, but that's okay because that's life. And life is, important. And I am doing okay. Thank you very much, Mr. George Lugo, for asking. I got Mr. Whiteley hanging in the winds. Let's see if this goes right.
Hello. All right. How's it going? I look about to a stand-up gig, don't I? So I walked into a bar.
Ouch.
Ouch. Yeah, great joke.
Ouch.
Yeah. Thanks for starting up there. And yeah, dude, I'm really sorry about your loss. It's terrible.
It's all good, dude. It's one of those things. Hey, we can bring it in a little bit.
Yeah, let's not do that.
No. You're like, no. I don't like the way it makes me look. I don't look pretty. I just think it looks weird with that box underneath us, and with an empty box.
What we'll do is right. We're gonna fuck it and go. What's the difference? There we go.
I am reading comments in a timely manner. I just want to bring this up. Well, bam! I am, Ryan. I'm reading in a timely manner because I actually remembered to bring it up for once, and it just shows you where my brain is. It's like, let's think about other people for once, Tom, not yourself. That's it.
Well, you keep talking. What I'm going to do then is, we'll do the intro. It's all how are you, suck each other's dick and stuff in a sec. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw the link to the studio on our Facebook page and Facebook fan page. So if you do want to join us today, you're more than welcome to. Join me in a hotel. Let's see what happens.
It's very dubious of you, especially with your wife and child being there. Like,
I know.
Other room hand jays. I mean, they're in the same room, so that's a little strange. But I mean,
he's just thrown an absolute fit because he was like, "Where's Legoland?" I was like, "No, this is the hotel. We're staying at the hotel tonight. Legoland's tomorrow." He's like, "But I want Legoland now." And I was like,
"You're like, well, Legoland's still a thing. It's tomorrow." But you got to wait until tomorrow. Like, I don't think that kids fully understand that for the most part. Hotels are not cheap, Ryan. It's true. If you want to have your trysts like in places, hotels are not the place to do it. I recommend back alleys right behind dumpsters. That's a cheap, affordable place. There's usually some leftover pizza somewhere. It smells of sex already. So, I mean, like, nobody's going to know the dirty deed that you have done. Dirty deeds done behind a dumpster. Dirty deeds. Fucking. So you sent that. How the fuck have you been?
Just another prom night, baby.
Sorry, prom night dumpster, baby. When was the last time we spoke?
Carol Baskin?
No way.
Yeah, I believe so.
Campers are the cheap places to do it, and you can do it in the woods. And it's never gay in the woods. Doesn't matter what anyone tells you. There's so much wood around you. How could it be gay? In no way it's been Carol Baskins. Like the live shows. It was last week's. Yeah,
live
okay.
show.
All right. Well,
But like just me and you,
yeah,
shooting the shit.
forever. Forever. It's weird. Like I was thinking about the other day. I was like, wow, dude, when was the last time me and Alex actually spoke and did something?
Right. Okay. So the link is now on our Facebook page and our Facebook fan page. So click the link. Bring some headphones if you've got them. If not, if you just want to come and say hello, please do.
Ryan Berger.
Yeah.
George Lugo.
Right.
These are the people that we want to call out on this live to do it. How the fuck have you been?
I've been okay. It's been one of those. I think the last few weeks have been so difficult with a lot of things that are going on that I just kind of just went. Do you know what? Fuck it. I'm being selfish for a bit. Like Saturday night, you know what my routine is for doing the night shifts is I stay up really late on the Saturday till about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, so that I'm ready for my night shift the next day. So Saturday night, what I did, I got the last of my rum. There was I don't know, just under half a bottle of rum, and I threw on 2 films. And I sat and I watched these films till 3:30 in the morning, and it was one of the best nights I'd had in a long time to myself. You know,
Would you?
And I feel like I watched The Founder with Michael Keaton. It's like the origin story of McDonald's.
Yes,
and it just it made me appreciate Michael Keaton more, obviously because he's the fucking Don. But it made me hate McDonald's just a little bit more, You know? Well, and then I watched.
That gets weird, right? Because like I felt the same way, but at the same time, I had a different respect for McDonald's as well. It's like, wow, like this guy had an idea. I mean, he stole the idea, but he had an idea, and he really saw it to fruition. And now McDonald's is obviously one of the biggest businesses in the world. Period. Ray Kroc's dead, right? He's totally dead.
Yeah, but didn't he give all his money to Salvation Army? He said, "Fuck you, everybody. None of these having my money."
I might be a right bastard, but I'm a right bastard that gives money to the Salvation Army.
And then I watched The Internship with Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn, which is good film.
You were talking about that the other week. Last live, I think you were talking about The Internship. Or no, were you talking? Yeah. Were we talking about The Internship, or were we talking about that movie where they're trying to run for mayor or something? One of the two.
That was The Campaign.
Yeah, The Campaign. There you go.
Yeah. Yes. No, The Internship is the one where with these guys, obviously Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn, they're getting on a bit in the 40s. Well, nothing's really working for them. They were like, "Oh, the job's going at Google. Let's try it." And they were like, "Oh, it's like," and they go to Google, and there's all the kids around them. Like, "Oh, they're bringing on dinosaurs. This is amazing!" Like, and they got all these kid coders and stuff. And you got Vince Vaughn go. It's a great film. I've watched it before, but it's a really good film. And I'm glad to see Ryan watched Le Mans '66 or Ford versus Ferrari. Which is a great film, isn't it? What did you think, Ryan? Let us know in the comments. It was pretty good.
Well, he said it was pretty good. I like it a lot. Like I like that movie.
I think it's better than pretty good.
I think it was. I think it was better than pretty good. I mean, let's not, let's not turn on the one person watching right now or two. But I thought it was. I thought it was rather excellent. In regards to like a film that I had no expectations for, that I watched on a whim, I was very pleasantly surprised. What's going on with the shadow behind you? Is there a demon that's going to possess your body? He's muted out. He can't hear us. Now this is when we talk shit about Alex. Don't you think he's too attractive?
Okay, I'm back. So I'll tell you this story. I'm a good driver. I believe I'm a good driver.
Yeah, sure.
But my wife does this crazy. I think we spoke about this on the show before. Even though I'm a good driver, but my wife does all this shit like in the passenger seat, like grabbing the door and stuff, and I'd be like, "We're just going round and roundabout. What's the matter?" She just gets anxiety. She gets serious. I'm not going to take a out of it. It's just one of those things. And I come over from my night shift on Monday morning, and I peel back the quilt, get to bed, and there's this letter, and she's like, "Oh, I don't want to argue about this, but I get serious anxiety when I think about you driving, and I'm sorry, it's nothing to do with you. You're a good driver. It's just what happens. I've bought you a green screen to smooth the deal, but can I just drive to Legoland?" And I was like, I walked in, I was like, "You didn't have to buy me a green screen. You could just said, Whiteley, I'm fucking driving, fat boy." And I'd have been all right with it, do you know what I mean? But
you got a green screen out of it, so it's a very lovely gesture.
Absolutely. Let's see what crazy covers we can put in the background while you're chatting away. But seriously, guys, click the link. Come join us on the show. I think it'd be really fun just to see what random people come on. And if you feel like there's some
or don't, which is fine too, because you're trying to bring more lovers into the situation. I'm feeling uncomfortable. Safe word is giraffe. I was kind of disappointed on how they glossed over Ken's incident quickly at the end there. I kind of figured like they made it very blatantly obvious that he was going to die at the end, right? I mean, obviously, other than the fact that it's history and it's already there for everyone to know, but I had no knowledge of anything about Le Mans. Period. Like I actually gained a little bit, much like the same way I gained. All you have to do is give me a movie of something, and I gain a lot of respect for whatever it is. Yeah. So, like, eventually, I should make a movie about myself. I'm like, I respect that Tom Bruno guy. Look at him; he's just something else. But I never really watched Le Mans, but I watched that movie, and I was like, wow, dude, there's a lot that goes into Le Mans. Wow. And my wife, like Babe Ruth, it right in the beginning of the movie. She's like, "Oh, Ken's gonna die." I'm like, "What? What do you mean? Oh, he died."
Yeah. But Christian Bale was great, isn't it? In it, I think, because we've seen how many roles have we seen Christian Bale in now? That way he's like, that's really terrible. Like, oh, God, it's this round thing that hooks in the back of your chair. I'm sure we'll get a way to make it work. Anyway, I like it. Yes. So we've seen Christian Bale play psychopaths, suave, Bruce Wayne type characters, and then we've played simplest bumbling idiot. That's obviously went on to be a genius at what he does. And I thought it was really humbling performance by him. I
agree. I liked it quite a bit. You watched Fear Street. What'd you think of that? That's what I've been waiting to talk to you about.
Yeah, I did. Let me do Moose's comment, then we'll go on to that. Moose says, couldn't make a live appearance to say it, so hello, we'll have to do. I messaged Moose. I was like, hey, we got a live show tonight. Do you want to come on? He said, it's 5 days before my wedding. I am not free. And I was kind of like, no one's fucking marrying you, Moose. No, don't lie to people. No one's marrying you.
I see like it's a Twitch stream. He's going to be like, I'm totally marrying Moose. And we're like, he's like, shh, quiet, missus. I'm talking. I'm playing a game. And then she goes down. And he's like, oh, I guess. But no, he's seriously getting married. And that's cool. Good for Moose. I thought he was married already. I have no idea. 2 hours, 45 minutes, depending on traffic. I'm guessing that's the missus.
Yeah. She's going on her birthday.
The Kaz. The Kaz is running the...
What are you doing? So yeah, we watched Fear Street parts 1 and 2. We haven't watched part 3. I was like, oh, we can watch it in the hotel. I was like, with the kid? And she was like, oh yeah, good point.
Yeah. I'd watch it anyways.
Hello,
Timmy. You are in the sky. Timmy, where are you going tomorrow?
Tom said, where are you going tomorrow?
Legoland.
And just for everyone to know, if we have someone that shows up, there is a pass. It was offered to me, but there is a pass to Legoland that's been bought for anyone that wants to show up at Legoland UK tomorrow by the Whiteleys. So all you have to do is just join the stream, and bam, you get a ticket to Legoland.
Oh yeah, we're totally paying for you guys to go to Legoland.
I need a sensu bean for that burn. Damn, guys. That's some nerd speak right there. That's some Dragon Ball right there. And Moose, we know that you're getting married. We know that you have a missus. She's a very lovely lady.
Yeah, she's very lucky. She's real. She's real.
She's real. She's totally real. 100% real. That's a terrible drive. What do you mean, Ryan? I really wish you'd get on here and defend yourself for these outlandish comments you're making. And Miss Cooper says, hello, Timmy.
Hey.
So you liked Fear Street. What did you, okay, you saw 1 and 2, you haven't seen 3 yet. What break me down. Like, what made you watch that? You're not really a horror movie guy.
Okay, so I think it represents your traditional horror movies very well. So it's got the corniness, it's got the cheesiness, it's got this little bits of sexiness, the cheesy music, and it's got a few callbacks to all past movies and events and stuff. There's lots of little nuggets there that you can be like, that reminds me of something I've seen before. And bread slices, just amazing ways to kill people. Just spoilers, by the way. Sorry. I'm looking for another good back.
Oh yeah, but you're like a car guy, which even confuses me even more because like car guys love road trips. Um, Moose Cooper says super real. She really is. She's so super real. Let's see if this works. Nope. We'll wait for George to maybe pop up. George might join us, but as we've learned before, it does not work out very well. I agree with everything you said. I agree with everything you said. I think that it really reflects a lot of the great tropes that they fall into with horror movies. It really tickled me pink, especially being in the 90s. I fucking like all the little callbacks. Now you saw the second one. I love the second one, Something Fierce. Like I love that fucking movie as well because it really calls back to the Friday 13th of it all. Can I be honest? Like I don't know if it's just because I'm becoming an old man. I didn't like the fact there was nudity in the second one. I didn't think it was needed.
Well, only a little bit though, wasn't there? Is it like
just a little bit?
There was a nipple. There was definitely a nipple. You know, there's lots of fucking, but I mean, like actual full on. There's
no. No, it's not as graphic as like a Friday 13th Part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through 19, but like
no
it
Kevin
definitely
Bacon ass.
No Kevin Bacon ass, but I don't know. I have these weird lines where I want my kid to watch horror movies, but I don't really want her to see all the nudity of it all yet, which is one of the reasons I skip over certain films. And I was like, oh, Fear Street's excellent. This is perfect for Illy because it's gory, it's bloody, it's got some cool shit going on. But then I saw some titties, and I was like,
So you don't mind the bread slicer, but titties is too far.
No, that was excellent. That was fucking phenomenal, dude. The creative ways that they got killed and the story behind it. And did you ever read the Fear Street books as a kid? Was that a thing?
Oh, God,
there?
no. I thought this was a new thing that they just come up with. I didn't realize it was a...
What about Goosebumps? Is Goosebumps a thing over there?
Goosebumps, yeah. I've read loads. I don't remember them, but I definitely read them. I like the one with the spider. The other kid was killing all the spiders, and the big spider came back and was like, I'm going to fucking murder you!
Whoa, big spider. I would call him your fucking chism, bro. I read the Goosebumps books as well, and I read like one or two of the Fear Streets. I did not read too many. Let me tell you about like one of my favorite memories. And this is corny as fuck. But like in the summertime,
summertime, when the weather was sorry.
Yeah, I like it. In the summertime, like my mom would bring us to the local library. It was a really cool library, 2 floors. They had movies, they had books on tape, and all sorts of shit. And I used to pass them, be like, "Books on tape, that's for losers," and I push them over, not knowing that I'd become a guy who only ingests shit, books on tape. But I would go there and I love going there. I remember the smell of it. It's so great. And I would get my books there, and I got a couple Fear Street books one summer. And they were essentially Goosebumpy, but they lacked a lot of the paranormal aspects that Goosebumps kind of carried with them. So I wasn't as interested. But the thing is, these movies have no reflection of that. These movies are their own separate entities that virtually have nothing to do with Fear Street other than in namesake.
Yeah. But they made, I mean, I don't know if the characters are like canon to any of the books or anything, but I feel like they made some characters that were just likable. Even the killers, the girl that sings creepy songs, and the guy with the hood over his mask, over his face, the axe, and the whole Sarah Fire thing. I mean, it's really funny, right? Because I don't know if it's the same for you guys listening or you, Tom, but I think everybody's got a rival team up there, a rival town. So like Shrewsbury and Telford, Wrexham and Chester, Jersey and bloody New York. I don't know, whatever it is. You've got the town over or the city over that you hate. And I was like, oh, this is definitely Shrewsbury Telford. This is fucking the fucking shady siders. Those Sunnyvale bitches. Like, it was brilliant.
1,000%. In my parlance, it's Colchester, Burlington. Like I've shown pictures of like how the towns are separated. Burlington's like the bigger brother, Colchester's the little brother, but we hate each other with a fucking fiery passion. We hate each other. I felt bad for the little brother in part 1. He was about to get the hot chick, and then her head gets shoved into a bread slicer.
Me too, man. He probably got his hand on it. He probably got his hand on it for about 5 minutes.
He totally did. That bathroom scene was fucking excellent. Where he walks out, he's just like, you guys just fool around. We barely got the third base, and that little kid's like, yeah, we did. I thought that was fucking excellent. I was pretty ecstatic about the whole thing. I still have a few of my old Goosebumps. Yep. And yes. Yeah. No, I was just going to read his comment, which is, I still have a few of my old Goosebump books. I might still have some of my Fear Street books, too.
We should do the USUK book club Brian Burger. I'm just downloading a picture now because I took a picture. Okay, so where is it? There it is. I'm just uploading it now. Sorry about the clunkiness of this podcast today, guys. I'm in a hotel. We're near Windsor in the UK, which is that south near London. I'm in a Premier Inn hotel. Right, so following on from our conversation last time about Dyson hand blades. Remember we were talking about the hand blades, the hand dryers?
Oh, yeah, the hand dryers, yeah.
I saw like the new ones today. This is the best picture I've taken in a public restroom for a long time. So here we go. Shit. That's the new Dyson hand dryers. Look at that. So you.
Wow.
This is like kind of shit we talk about.
It looks like a giant air dick.
It does. And it's the same. I mean, they're very powerful, but it kind of just the water just is just gone. It's not drops anymore. It's that powerful. It literally just evaporates the water. It's brilliant. I loved it. So there you go, guys. That's the new Dyson hand dryer.
It's very powerful. Like all experiences you have in the bathroom when you're.
It's a great blow experience in a public restroom. I just gotta say,
it is. It really is. There really is. No politicians involved. No hookers. So yeah, I hate this phone. Sorry, boyos. I tried. We know you did, George. We saw you trying. You tried with the best of them. Yeah.
I can give a shout out to the Sabrina boat there, by the way. That's the Shrewsbury Sabrina boat.
Oh, is that what? I was wondering what the fuck was in the background. I'm like boats and hoes.
Whoa, I went Fair Street myself then. Whoa.
Oh. So I really dug that movie quite a bit. I love the '90s portion. And the thing is, like, I loved the connective tissue. Right, like I really liked how we saw the guy in the mask, and I didn't really care about him. I was like, "Oh, the guy with the axe, that's stupid." And then we saw the movie that he comes from right afterwards, and I was like, "Oh, that makes it so much better." And now I really want to see the movies that have like the rest of them, and I hope they continue the trend and they show us like the Ruby Lane episode. They show us like all the serial killers. I would love to see that.
What I love about this is they're movies. They're proper movies. They're not like, it's not like, I mean, I don't mind a 45-minute episode of like Stranger Things, what have you, but you can tell it's a TV series because you're like, oh, yeah, episode 2, you know, whereas this is kind of like, it's got to end on something. And I just thought, there was a point though towards the end of the second one, will people just stop bleeding on things? Just stop bleeding on shit. Like, can you not, like, you bleeding bones and now, the Sarah Fire's after you. And I was like, stop bleeding on shit then. Just have some common sense, and you know.
You'll dig the third one. The third one brings it all together, and then like all that bleeding makes a lot of sense to you. And it's really like, once again, they did a fantastic job on this fucking movie. And I know I get stuck on the Ruby Lane of it all, but I think it's just because of how terrifying she was without trying to be terrifying. Right? Is
that the one that sings? The one that sings?
Yeah, she sings. And like her whole, that was anyone that hasn't seen Fear Street, that's her whole MO. She sings like the song and she has this straight blade, but she just kind of walks kind of like, you know, sexily or whatever. And that's like her jam. She's not loud. And I'm not saying that the other killers are running around going, but they were, you know, very, very much a presence that you'd see, like the skull mask, the guy with the axe, like all the other ones you saw, they're very presence filled. And Ruby Lane didn't really call any attention to herself other than the fact she's a hot chick or whatever. So, yeah, like I found that to be more terrifying than the other killers, and I really like to see her fucking story.
During the first one, I was kind of like, "Who's going to die first out of these fucking idiots?" So place your bets now. Who's going to die first? And I thought it was going to be the camp funny guy. I was like, "Oh, he's definitely going to die first," and it wasn't. It was the dark haired one with the bread slice. Oh, that's fucking amazing! Yeah, best death I've seen in a movie for a long, long time. Honestly, that was so good.
I like the way they kind of like figured out shit throughout. They went to like, I know this little boy took too many drugs. Take this exact concoction of drugs and we're gonna kill you. I was like, damn, that's so 90s. I fucking love it.
I love the fact that these things can't die, because what that does is it takes the John McClane out of it all. You know, you can't just go gung-ho, bam, 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 kill him. You got to use your head, and lots of people are going to die before you become a solution. Ryan said there's the twist at the end. I haven't seen the last one, so I'll wait till I've seen the last one.
We'll talk about it once you see it. And, like, nobody spoil this for Alex, because I feel like this is just one of those really great.
Well, I don't do horrors normally.
No, you don't. You really don't, which is even more exciting to me. Because normally, like, you're not the guy that watches horror movies. You're kind of the guy that's like, well, I saw this classy film and I saw this action film and what have you. But generally speaking, it's not horror. One second, I'm going to do this.
There's something going on there. No, I don't do horrors that often, and I don't know why. I think it was you that kind of put me onto it. You were like, "Oh, Fear Street's really good. I'm really enjoying it." I was like, "Let's have a look what Bruno's really excited about then, shall we?" And it was actually not too bad.
Fair. It could have been two dogs fucking. You'd be like, "Oh, it makes a lot of sense. No wonder Bruno's excited. Look at him enjoy those dogs fucking. Look at that hardcore dog fuck." Legoland is as it sounds, right? It's Legoland, like it's all about Legos. And shit,
there's Legolands all over the world, right? In there's one in America for sure.
There's definitely a couple in America. I've never been. We've been to Lego World, Lego Place, which was like this giant 4-story building with tons of Legos in it, like so many Legos. And they had like Lego sculptures and they had building spots and all sorts of stuff. But it's not the roller coaster infused place, like I believe.
This has got roller coasters, log flumes, rapids and stuff. What I'll do is I will you go to the website and say buy tickets, buy, click this, click that. What I'll do is I'll go Legoland Windsor.
Clearly now here's the thing, Ryan, I need you to clarify for me. Did they say this in the movie, or are you just being funny right now? Because either one's good, but like if they said this, that's a really big problem, because as any horror aficionado knows, Halloween Resurrection came out in like the 2000s and this movie took place in 94, which would be a big continuity issue. So
no, he's talking about Naughty Talk, right? So on Naughty Talk I played Buster. And I was trying to be clever on the show. It's kind of like, what's the one thing Busta Rhymes done that no other rapper's ever done? There we go. So gave him 3 songs to find out, and I remember the end of Halloween Resurrection where Busta Rhymes did that fucking karate kicked Michael Myers and onto the electric thing, and he set on fire. I was like, oh yeah, he killed Michael Myers, because like that was the last blow of the film. Like he technically beat Michael Myers with a karate kick into an electric fence, but in typical Michael Myers fashion, he wakes up at the end. He's like, oh, I'm back alive, like I have been for all the other movies. So yes, technically he didn't kill Michael Myers, beat Michael Myers with a karate kick to an electric thing. So back the fuck off, Ryan. I love you, but back off.
See, I have a big problem with that movie, other than the fact that Busta Rhymes kicks Michael Myers into an electric box or something. I love Halloween H2O. Halloween H2O is one of my favorite Halloween films of all time. There's this end scene. Did you watch H2O, Al?
Yeah, of course. I love that film. I don't know why, but it was just at the time. It was at that time of life where you can just sit in smelly clothes and enjoy grunge music and just.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Man. It was a fantastic fucking year. And that scene at the end is so profound to me. It still gives me chills, even though they made more Halloween film sense. Even though Jamie Lee Curtis is now in a completely different Halloween section where they're like, where they're like, oh, none of that shit happened afterwards, which is fine. John Carpenter has that right or whatever. But that scene at the end where Laurie Strode has finally had enough and she grabs the fucking axe, and instead of running and hiding, she goes on the hunt for Michael Myers. I fucking love that so much. It's one of my favorite scenes of all time, period.
Yeah, I love that too.
I foresee Nope, you go ahead first. No, I was gonna say I foresee a lot more. I foresee a lot of horror in our future, because we are coming up on the horror months of movies.
What's Ghostbusters? Have you seen Ghostbusters?
Oh, dude, I can't wait for Ghostbusters. And now I got the wife excited for Ghostbusters, dude. It's gonna be fucking banging. That's November though, right?
Oh man, it's like this is the Ghostbusters movie they should have made. I don't know why they didn't make this movie. What was wrong with people back then where they're like, we just don't like money. We want to make something nobody's gonna watch.
Well, I think it's because it's the son that's doing it. It's Ivan Reitman's son, that's Jason Reitman, that's doing it. So he's the one that's telling the story. So that's why it's never been told before. It looks phenomenal. But we have a couple months left. We have the rest of August, which by the way, Alex, I don't know if you know this, but the weather's finally picking up Vermont. It was very, very cold for a very long time. And by cold, I
Yes.
mean nights were 50 degrees and the daytime was barely 70, which is crazy for summertime in Vermont. It's the only time that we get warmth. But now August looks very, very hot. So I'll have the rest of this month to enjoy. There's with what's been going on with my family, we had a couple trips planned at the very end, so we're going to cancel those because this is going to kind of zap up the rest of my time and our money. But we do have one last cool thing we're going to do, and I think I've spoken about this before. Have I ever told you about my love for the fair that we have in my state?
We've talked about the fair and how much I fucking hate the fair.
I'm gonna go live from the fair. I'm gonna show everyone on USUK kind of like, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is obviously not the biggest fair, it's not the best fair, but it's my fair and I fucking love it. And it marks something for me. Once again, I'm always nostalgia driven, Alex. You know me very well. We've been doing this for fucking 4 years now. I'm very nostalgia driven. And the thing that I always had the best memories of is this fair marks the end of an era. It marks the end of the summer. It says that we're gonna start school soon. And it just really tickles me pink. So that's going to be our last thing to cap off.
And children will die.
Children will die. Many children will die. Fucking. So, yeah, that's what's going on. But then we get into September and October. And we all know that I try to fill up October as much as I possibly can with anyone that's horror movie. So if you have somebody you want me to reach out to, or Alex reach out to this coming October, definitely give us a heads up, because we're gonna be balls deep in Pod Aid until the end of September, and then we're gonna go right into October essentially. So if we're gonna get somebody cool, we're gonna have to start working on it now. So now is your time to speak up, send us messages, send us emails, all that type of stuff, and we'll get on it while we're trying to figure out the rest of Pod Aid. Speaking of Pod Aid, how are we doing with that, my good sir?
Good. We got two spaces to fill up. No, I think it's 3 spaces we've got to fill up for guests. The main drive at the moment is sponsors. We've got the new Hannah from Reach has been emailing me saying she's got the designs for the t-shirts. They're gonna get the hats in and stuff. So excuse me, big bird. Drinking Coke Zero here. So it's all a go. It's all a go. I think they wanted to do a photo shoot this week. Bring on horror content. It's the best time of the year. But yeah, I was thinking superhero bar fight. We could do that again. That was fun.
Dude, do you remember how stressful that was and how bad I am at saying story? Like, you're good at, like, that's the reason you like it, is because you're good at improv when it comes to that type of shit. I'm like, well, Freddy Krueger fucks your face and he wins, and I slowly back off away from the microphone.
It was yeah, to use your imagination. What was I saying? Saying stuff. Oh yeah, it's going good. Pod Aid is we're just going to get the sponsors in and stuff. So they were going to do a photo shoot this week, but I was like, I'm away. I'm really sorry. I don't like photo shoots anyway, but we'll do it next week. I got the site pictures up here of Legoland, so you guys can see. Look. Let's go here and share. Here we go. I'll accept your cookies in the cookie jar.
I'll accept your cookies, even though I see some pubic hair on them.
These pictures, you see them? I've only got them on screen today, so I can't see.
It's very white. I didn't realize Legoland was so white.
White is in culturally, or
tomato, tomato.
Can we click on these pictures?
I like how small my head is. I'm not gonna lie. Like I like being that thin. We just have a badass Lego store with giant Lego statues on top of it. I live in the middle of nowhere. The only Legos we have are the ones that are found on the bottom of my foot when I walk.
Lego.
Not Legos. Lego. Shut up. It's Swedish. I can say whatever I want. Are you Swedish?
Borge. That's racist.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Racist.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't think it is. I think it's okay to, do a little Swedish chef sometimes. It's not like you're culturally appropriating the Swedes. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Maybe I'm not. It's been an interesting week, obviously with everything that's gone on. We did 2 festivals on the weekend. Both USUK and Biscuit was there for both parties, both networks on Saturday with the Battle of Shrewsbury, which was really, really good. I had Leon, my 16-year-old, with me. And he helped set up the studio. He was in the studio with me. He was my co-host for the weekend. It was just amazing. So Saturday we did the Battle of Shrewsbury. We got loads of interviews, which we are sharing every single day. Every other day, we're going to be sharing that on USUK every single day. We have something for the biscuit. And it was nice, man. We got to see the battle. The battle was just amazing. The vlog I've released on the Shrewsbury Biscuit YouTube, but I will at some point release it on my USUK YouTube, which I haven't had a chance yet. So there's lots of content, but it's just been an absolute beast of a editing task to get everything in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just exhausted this week. And I trained. God, sorry.
No, I was gonna say that's one of those reasons that I'm like, dude, like I was really glad when I called you right before and I was like, hey, blah blah, and you were in the car. I'm like, where are you going? You're like, oh, we're going to Legoland. I was like, oh, excellent, great. Like decompression time is so incredibly important. It's as much as I don't like the idea of why I'm going down to Jersey, I'm excited that I'm going down to Jersey to get away from life for a few minutes and see some of my family. Even though it's for the bad reasons, it's still like, you know how much I like my family time. I love being with my family. I love spending time with my kids, and South Jersey is very, very important to me as an individual. Like that's where I spent like almost all my entire childhood into my fucking teenhood. So going down there, bringing my kids down there is always very special to me. Cause I'm like, man, this is like, you don't seem to understand. Like obviously your grandparents are from Vermont, but like, this is where I'd go during the summers and this is who I'd hang out with. And this is my cousins and shit. And I kind of think it's going to be like the last hurrah of getting my entire family together. Like we're all older. We all have our own lives and we all have our own families. So I don't foresee, unless somebody's going to do like a family reunion type of deal, I don't foresee us getting together again for a long time.
It's a difficult one, isn't it? I mean, when my nan passed away, my nan was like, the world revolved around my nan. We all went to nans and we all met at my nan's, and she was like, she kept the family. She was like the nucleus, and then when she passed away, everyone went, we barely speak to each other anymore. I feel you on that one, but I feel like if you really want to spend time with those guys, you'll kind of barbecue, or you'll go away somewhere and stuff, or you'll just pick your favorites. The rest can fuck off,
It's true. I mean, like I was thinking about like my kids haven't even met some of my cousins. Like they've never met a few of them, and I'm like, that's because they're older than me. They started their lives and their families before me, so they've been doing their own thing. And you never seem to like you think about like your time as a childhood, and you spend time with your cousins. And you're in the back room playing Sega or Nintendo or whatever you might be doing with your cousins, running around outside. And like you never once think, oh, this is not going to be this way forever. Like there's going to be some time where I don't get to spend time with you guys. So it's important. And I'm going to bring it up like at the funeral, like not during the thing, like the talking of it all, but like afterwards I'll be like, hey, what do you guys think in like 2 years we try doing a family reunion and get everyone together?
We need to get the coughing confessor on. We nearly got him on. He's the guy that paid to unleash truths from the grave. So if somebody was like, so somebody dies, and they knew that somebody was having an affair, for example, and it was their funeral, and they knew they were going to die at the funeral. This guy gets paid to stand up and go, "You fucking whore, you were cheating on me, and you come to my funeral." You come to my funeral, and he does all this shit. It was a big debate for a while, as I say, like, this guy's so disrespectful. How you can't do that? And I was just thinking, no, it's the most rock and roll thing I've fucking seen ever. Like, the ball to be able to do that. So we need to try and get him on. It'd be quite cool. I'm trying to get.
I'd love to talk to that. I don't know, brother. Fucking. Not that you're like, I don't know, you are kind of in the midst of family time, dude. What do you think about ending this shit a little bit soon and fucking letting us get on with our stuff today so you can spend some time with your family and decompress?
I am exhausted, I've got to say. It's a 2.5 hour drive down here. But what we'll do is we'll spend a bit of time talking about what's going on at the moment with us and what we're doing, and we'll get out of here. Okay, so today, we released our audio version. The way we've released What's the Difference is different now. Now that USUK, of course, isn't part of us anymore, we have an extra day to play with to spread out our shit, right? So the way I thought it was, Monday we release the YouTube version of our shows, and then the Wednesdays release the audio version, and then when we bring other people in, we can move it around. But I like to release the version first, so we get people on YouTube and get them subscribing and stuff. But today we released the audio version of our interview with
Carol Baskin.
Okay, so I had this funny situation last night. I'm going to say it because I don't care. We don't care anymore. So I trained someone up at work last night, which meant they sat in the office with me for 13 hours, and we got to know each other. And I set this challenge. I was not mentioning the podcast because that's usually what comes up. It's what I do. Like it's one of those things. I feel like you are sort of shamed for bringing up, oh, here he goes with his podcast again, or he's a vegan, he's a cyclist, or it's one of those things. I was like, I'm not going to talk about the podcast, but after 2 hours, he's like, what do you do then? And I'm kind of like, I'll do a fucking podcast again. And so we started talking about the podcast, and he was like, we were talking, and I was like, yes, we just released Carol Baskin on Monday. He's like, you spoke to Carol Baskin, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, it's on our YouTube. And he was like, have you got it with you now? I was like, yeah. And he was like,
yes.
Can we watch it? And I was kind of like, oh. I was like, okay, yes. So I'll put it on, and we sat and watched that. By the way, if you're ever going to do that, just prepare for the cringe, because even though it was an amazing interview, by the way, we did a great job with that interview. I don't like watching my own stuff back. We did do a great job. Honestly, it was a really good interview. I don't know if you guys have watched it yet. What's on it, but I know there's a few people on the fence a little bit whether to watch it. I recommend you watch it, and then if you don't like it, give us some shit afterwards. But if you genuinely think it was really good, tell us, because I really do appreciate that. And I want to say thank you to Andy Imhoff, who helped me speak to young actor Slade Monroe at the weekend. He's in Luke Wilson's new film 12 Mighty Orphans. He's an up-and-coming actor, only 20, and he was an amazing guy. Here's me and Andy going, the sort of stuff we do with Andy, and this guy's just like, yeah, I'm just not in a miserable way, but in a very composed. He knew what he was talking about, and he knew his life, and he knew what he was going for, and he was going out there and fucking getting it. I was like, I wish I had your drive when I was like your age. I think I'd be a star by now. Well, I just listened to that episode earlier today at work. What did you think, Ryan? You have to let me know.
What did you think? Ryan, say something. Say it louder. Can't hear you over the typing.
Stuff, because we get talk this week.
So we had that released. Did we have any Yelling at Clouds released this week, Alex?
No, because we released Yelling at Clouds every 2 weeks, but next week I do have the artwork here. Where is it gone? Where the fuck's it gone? Where has that gone? Have I put it under background? I don't know what's going on.
It's there.
He says, wait there. So Eric gives me homework to do for Yelling at Clouds. He does. And for the show that we're going to release on next Wednesday, he gave me The Black Hole to watch, which is an old. It was like Star Wars. It's like Star Wars, but Disney's version of it. It was like they were like, I think it was conceived before Star Wars, but when Star Wars was released, fuck, we're going to release this shit. And it was this really stupid film. But once I'd finished chatting to Eric, he kind of put it into context. Why it was actually brilliant, not bad. So that's a really interesting episode. So make sure you check that out. And also, so that one's called. I don't know why it's not bloody loading up. This is awful.
Is it called the bung hole, the dark hole, the holiest of holes?
It's called Maximilian Overdrive. That's what it's called. So you make sure you check that out. And guys, as well, I wanted to just quickly go over as to I hadn't been really. There's 2 weeks or 3 weeks where I hadn't released the audio for our Wednesday Night Lives for Not So Live, and that's because we had such a backlog of things to do. But it's back now. It's good. I refused to watch Tiger King, but it seemed like a normal episode. It wasn't anything crazy like people were thinking. No, because we're good at what we do. That's why, Ryan. We're great at what we do.
That was a very subtle hand job. Yeah, well, we made it a point to not make it sensationalized because everybody expected that, right? Like everybody was like, they're gonna get crazy on her and they're gonna talk about this. No, we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna, try to keep a professional relationship going with all of our guests because if there's anything that arises in the future, we want to be able to have the availability to be like, hey, come back on, and we want them to have good memories of speaking with us, so they do that. In fact, because you never know.
I mean, I learned that from Jamie and Tom. Like they make such good relationships with the people that come on their show. And I just want people to understand as well that even though Jamie and Tom are gone, we're still quite tight. We're close and stuff. It was just their time to fly and do their own thing, which is totally
and we support everything that they're doing, and they support us back, which is an excellent thing because now we have a couple different places where you can hear people talking about us and we talk about them, and it's good for business. It's good for the goose. It's good for the gander. It's good for the blowjobs. And all these amazing things, including Pod Aid, which I'll give you a chance to speak about. Actually, talk about Pod Aid really quick, and then I'll do my spiel.
Okay, so on the 29th of September at 9 a.m., we're going to go live, and we're not going to stop until 9 a.m. on the 30th of September. So do the math, guys. That's 24 hours live for a podcast, and this is in order to raise money for Pod Aid. Bit behind with the old internet there. This is what we're going to be doing to raise money for Lincoln Davis, which is a local charity in Shrewsbury. Fucking hell. It's a cancer fund charity in Shrewsbury, and we have our main sponsors thanks to Reach, and we have our venue thanks to fucking internet. There's Reach. Thanks Reach for doing what you're doing. And we have our venue thanks to the guy at Shrewsbury Town in the community. We're going to use this amazing room. Reach going to sexify it, put some banners, bring in some wraps for tables and all sorts of stuff. It's going to look amazing. We're going to have strippers.
So many strippers. How does that work? How does that help charity, Alex? I don't fucking know. I just know it's going to be really great content.
Yeah, we keep 15% of what they get in their knickers. Don't worry, it's fine.
Oh shit! Damn, we're
dig deep, guys. I mean, don't dig deep.
And this is September 29th. That'll be International Podcast Day as well. We have some amazing guests lined up. We still have a couple spots coming up, as well as we are still looking for sponsors. Guys, if you know a business that wants to buy an hour, it's really not that much money. It's $140 American. It's $100 European. £100.
$100 European, you fucking heathen. How do you even do that?
It's 100 quails.
That's the most American shit you've ever done. Oh yeah, it's $100 European.
Yeah, well, I am a peon, and I am not going to pee right here. Anyways, so all these things and more can be found on our website, which is USUKnetwork.com. Guys, we have a website. No. It's USUKnetwork.com. Which we have all of our amazing shows. There's this one, Wednesday Night Live, where we release the audio and the video of it. You can find that stuff on YouTube as well. We have What's the Difference with Al and Tom, and where we have amazing guests coming, and we have just have a sit down chat, and we bullshit, and we always have the Later Lounge involved, which is the sexifying time where me and Alex sneak into a back alley and blow each other. We also have Yelling at Clouds with Eric Pfluger and Alex Whiteley. Eric Pfluger is an amazing artist. You might recognize his work from Hollywood Babylon fame or Smodcast. And he's very prolific. He's very, very smart dude. He knows a lot about movies, and him and Al get together and they talk about some really interesting stuff. The latest episode, as you heard, will be released next week, and it is about The Dark Hole, the Disney film. So definitely keep your eye. The Black Hole, Dark Hole. The Dark Hole is that porno I saw last night. So the Black Hole is that Disney film that Alex watched. And it's definitely worth a listen, guys. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. And as I said, all this is found on our website, USUKnetwork.com. And our USUKnetwork.com website was built for us by the good people over at WebOrchard.com. weborchard.com. They are guys that make websites. That's what they do. They make websites for me and you. And it doesn't cost very much money. They are amazing at their job. If you like our website at all, we had nothing to do with it. Literally, we just upload stuff to it. It's all the guys over Web Orchard. Whether you have an OnlyFans, Etsy, pictures of your cats, whether you have audio of your grandparents fucking, no matter what it is, you need a website so people know what you're up to. And the fact is that social media will never be enough. It might seem like enough, but no TikTokers, no Facebookers, no Twitterers will ever get you what a website can get you. So if you yourself feel like you need a bigger online presence, reach out to the guys over at weborchard.com and tell them the USUK boys sent you and get yourself a fucking fantastic website.
Absolutely. Please do that. Okay, so what we'll do tomorrow is during the afternoon UK time, I will do a live video from Legoland and show you what's going on there. And we're going to a mystery location for the second day. So we've got 2 days. I can't tell you where we're going because it's a surprise. And Timmy's just behind me. I keep telling him he's going to Aldi. I'm just going to walk around Aldi. And he's like, what? That's not fun. So we will come to you live tomorrow from Legoland, and then Friday,
From wherever it is.
From mystery location. Yeah.
Excellent.
Secrets.
Okay. All right.
Well, get the fuck out of here, Mark.
Yeah, go to bed. Yeah. Thank you all for joining us. This has been Wednesday Night Live. I am Tom Bruno.
I'm Alex Whiteley.
And we fucking love you guys. Peace out right about now. Do you want to do that one more time?